Welcome back to my series on building a game engine called Midpoint. In this quick video, we will cover the U and server-side code for Midpoint's concept art generation. It's important that we allow users to generate concept art directly in the engine for many reasons, but primarily in order to generate 3D models from those images. Now, let's get started inside of a file browser component. getFilename is a function which will be used to convert raw file names to one that can be safely saved and transported. This means we remove spaces and make it unique to avoid overwriting. The file browser component begins by pulling in the local context and saved context, which are covered in previous videos. The loading and prompt states are mostly self-explanatory. Here we define a simple U change handler for our text area. Now we prepare our simple interface with some semantic HTML. Feel free to adapt this to your needs. Next, we have the onClick handler for the generate button. We basically fetch the base64 encoded data from the server-side API, get our clean file name, then pass this data to the Tauri background process for local saving. Base64 data is basically just an easily transported string which represents image, audio, model, or other file data. Here is how we call the API. This is just a simple GraphQL call, but you are free to use REST if you want. Now let's jump over to the Tauri background process. For now, the sync directory is hard-coded. This directory will be watched by a separate Tauri app covered in a future video in order to create asset URLs and enable collaboration. The files are organized carefully inside the sync directory. The base64 data is cleaned, decoded, and written to file. Now we can return to the server-side implementation. I am using GraphQL Nexus for pragmatic GraphQL schemas like you see here. You can set up your API any way you want. Digging into the generate concept function on the replicate helper class, you can see that I leverage the actual replicate client to make a call. Feel free to adjust the parameters, but I aim for moderate and fast generation. It's also going to be important for now that our images are 1024 by 1024 pixels. To finish up this short video, you can see how we download the base64 data of the generated image, which we pass back to the U app to be saved and synced. That's it. Hopefully you learned something and enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to subscribe. Thank you.